goes out to the side. And maintain the inner lip. So cut your right side ribs in as you turn, so they don't push out, and expand the rib cage as you go up. And release. Okay, and change across legs. We're just going to do it once each side. And come around to the other side. And you can bend the elbows out and then release the trapezium muscles down so they don't get hard as you turn. Cut those left side ribs in. Release and come back to the center. And now Adho Mukha Svanasana. I'm going to go straight into what Abby did, which was a Adho Mukha Svanasana. So kneel down, spread your hands. Spread your palms. Now, when you go up, don't be too slow. You sometimes see people going into this very slow. In Pune, they go back fast to activate the thighs, so go back quickly, because otherwise the shins just take over. The shins are very rajasic. So bring some action into the thighs. Lift your toes so you're lengthening the inner edges of the big toes. Press the skin on the front of the feet, on the top of the feet back, and the front of the ankle back. Roll the sit bones up. Move the outer hips back. And these are not necessarily, I've got Abby's sort of the running order, but not her exact instructions for each pose. And then, well, so move the upper shoulder blades back. Roll the outer upper arms down. Firm your arms and legs. Squeeze the elbows in. Let the head release. And I remember an Abbey instruction in some other time, the crown of the head releasing down, as if the head dropped, it would go right onto the crown. It would be like a headstand. Okay, and then jump forward. And Uttanasana, separate your feet, hips width apart, raise your head and look up, stretch your breastbone forward, extend the side ribs, make space between the rib cage, and then simultaneously lift your kneecaps and bring your head forward and down. Check where the weight is on your feet, be on the outer edges. Be on like if you press, be on the outer edges to correct if you're rolling in. Look at your inner ankles, they'll tell you. Pull the inner ankles up away from the inner heels. That's more a Guruji thing. Keep your toes extending forward. So you're narrowing your ankles, broadening the backs of your knees, hands out to the side, fingertips out. So now you can lift the skin on the arms. If you press your fingertips down, pull the skin all the way up, and that will lift your shoulders, and that will reveal more neck and quiet the brain. Press the heels and lift the sit bones. So open up the backs of the legs. It's from the backs. So everything from the back of the knee goes down into the heel, and everything above the knee goes up into the sit bone. So go on separating that, dividing the legs that way, and come on up from there. Bring your hands onto your hips and inhale and come up. And I don't think she had an arm balance, but I'm going to put an arm balance in here, okay? So put your mats against the wall. And hop up when you're ready. There's two of them. Okay, and lift the outer hips and see how that helps you to take your tailbone in. So you can try just taking the tailbone in, but if you lift those side hips up, then you'll get the sacrum to move in, the tailbone to move in. Push the hands down, press your elbows back to the wall, bring your shoulders away from the wall. Go on sliding your heels higher and higher up the wall. Lift the inner edges of the feet. So the base of the big toe mounds leading and going up towards the ceiling. So the back body lengthens and there's not so much pushing forward with the ribs. If you get that whole pelvic area sliding up, and then come down. And Uttanasana just right where you are without leaning or anything. We'll just do a little Uttanasana, spin your heels out. And let the breath settle, let yourself. Spin your, yeah, now that is Brooke Myers. She used to say that a lot. Spin your heels out. So the outer edge of your legs, of your feet is in line.
Move them out.
Yeah,
Like,
but move. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's poetic, you know. Yeah. All right. And then bring your hands onto your hips and inhale and come up. Now we're going to do a pincher. I don't think we did pincher in this class, but Abby in another class had us doing it with with our elbows on 2 rolled sticky mats. And I was unable to do it in the actual class in Pune. It was like, and it was chaos. I mean, it's chaos. It's and so I just went behind a pillar and did my pincher Mayurasana. But I've discovered since I've come back, I've been doing it with 1 rolled. I can get up with 1. And it does help. Well, you see how you get on. See if you see.
Do you want us to use the roll?
Do 1 first. Do 1 and go up. Put your. Now they didn't use belts, but I don't see why we shouldn't use belts. They didn't use belts, and they did use blocks. But I've also discovered that if you're going to go up on a big height, it helps if the block's at the wall because you've got some. Otherwise, you end up sort of getting out of control. So let's see how we get on. We'll do it. We'll do it first, a hybrid. We'll do it with you just roll it, literally roll it. So you put a mat out because you'll need that. You'll need that for your traction. You don't want to come down on a sliding wooden floor. And then put your block at the wall and then put your belt round just above your elbows. And see how you get on with that. And then if that's coming on, we can do Abby's with 2. We'll try and get yourself onto the outer elbows so that the inner arms will lift a whole lot easier. Okay, we're doing good. No problem. I think us New Yorkers could go up with 3 rolled blankets. I'll send a picture to Abby. Yeah, yeah. Good. Okay, well that was easy. So lift those outer hips so that you're looking for a straight line. Look at Susan. Okay, and lift the back body. So you have to get very quiet for balance. Nothing to do with muscles. After a certain point, that's it, David. Beautiful. And everybody, beautiful. And nobody tells you you're beautiful in Pune. So I'm just telling you. All right. Well, okay. Well, there was no problem. So try rolling up the 2 sticky mats together. You just open it, double them, and roll them up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And do you always put a mat down and double the pinch?
I do for my students because have you ever seen someone come down out of arm balance? Yeah. And then skid? It's horrible. You don't want to see it. It probably won't happen, but when it does, it's scary. Yeah. I mean, So after that, And even headstand, I do it with headstand as well. Just don't want to see anyone. Now, if they're out here, no, because we assume they've got the control, you know, if they're doing something in the middle of the room, we don't do that, but go for it, Dimitri. Mhm.
So you're saying the role is to get us to go on the outer edge of the elbow?
Yeah,
or
you want to be on,
bricks?
well, you always, whatever, you want to be more on the outer edge in pincher, yeah. Because we tend to, it helps with the belt, but we tend to roll them out. And when if you're on the inner elbow, then the inner lift is much more tricky. You want to be,
But David, the role isn't to put us on our elbows, the role is to lift
yeah,
the angle.
there, so she's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
yes, it's
opens the
I think
armpits.
it pushes your foot, your hands down, you get more pressure. And the pose feels, so everyone's gone up. I don't know, maybe I could go up. I'm going to go up on David's thing. Can I see if I can have a go?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. I haven't tried with two. I think you need to be kind of on the edge of it so that you're right. Okay, well, I don't know why I couldn't do that in Pune. But then you've got to learn a whole new way of balance. It's just fine. So much fun. Woo. Okay. I think she didn't give us belts, but I don't know if that was for any good reason. I kind of like to, and we did have bricks. Did we have bricks? Did we have bricks when she did that? We did, okay. Tori was in the class, so. All right, let's see. So it gives you a sort of lighter lift when you're up on this. Yeah, yeah. Because if that right, it gives you this stretch. It gives you that access into that. Yeah. All right. So, well, I'm an old-fashioned. I put, especially if we're going to do back bends, I like to put the headstand in first because it stimulates pituitary, makes your back bends come easier. And Guruji always that's where he always put his headstand. So we're going to put the headstand in here, okay? Although she didn't, they in Pune it was at the end with the shoulder stand. So get yourself set up wherever you like to be. Yeah. Yeah, if you're in the middle, face the window. If you're at the wall, face into the room. Did I get one?
Did you get the recordings from Pune?
No, I didn't know you could. I don't know why. Because we always used to get the.
It's audio recordings, it's not video,
Oh.
but you can get the audio recordings if
Oh.
you want.
Oh, and you get it from where? Pune? You get it from
Pune.
Rimi?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Did you just go up?
When you said that, I thought you were talking, because I'm also got this plot because I mentioned it to Tori, to study with one of Gita's tapes here, because we did it in Pune and it was fantastic. And I just discovered a stack about that big of Gita's various CDs and tapes. And now I'm going to start practicing with them to find one that's, yeah, in my house. And also figuring out how I can play them. Like, what have I got to play these things on? Okay, so let's see where everybody is after 5 minutes. I had no idea how long they did headstand for. I don't.
They were telling us to do about 8 minutes.
Oh, say okay, right. So let's go for 5 minutes straight, and then we'll do a couple of minutes variations. So you're cradling your head with your hands. So there's less distance between the heel of the hand and the little finger and the head, that it may not be as upright as it used to be taught. The hands have got to kind of go around the head. And
I didn't feel like they were really emphasizing that at all.
well, I was there,
When we were
not this year, but
Yeah.
not so long ago, when Abby was saying, why are you all, there used to be a way we did it, but this had to be upright.
Yeah,
And
the wrist had to be up.
yeah, and then Abby said, no, she said, cradle the head. And that I'm kind of going, and I'm doing somewhere between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it's completely, how we were taught by Mary Dunn and everybody around the world, I'm sure, upright, there's a big space.
Yeah.
It's like a wall. That used to work for me. But now I'm bringing it in a little bit.
Abby, bringing the bottom in a little bit.
Yeah.
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 Abby corrected James this year.
Did she?
Yeah, so he made an emphasis in his level 4 class one particular day.
Yeah.
But Gita was harping on this in 2012. And I didn't really
Yeah.
quite understand it.
With the ice cream scoop.
Oh.
Every
But
fried bowl of ice cream.
I remember I
Bound to be empty,
Right.
But I didn't understand it. It took me a couple of years.
Yeah.
But what it is, the little finger is connected. The
Yeah,
webbing is
it's a little, it's slightly more organically kind of
Right.
connected to the
Because
head.
you're taking the hands away anyway.
Yeah, yeah. So press. So now and there was an instruction of Mr. Angus the last time he did a convention in Colorado, I think it was, to press the center of the forearm, which I find easier in the light of if the little fingers are going, if we're a little bit more hugging the head, it's harder to press the heel of the hand down than it used to be when it was like a wall. So now I go for the center of the forearm first and get that anchored, and then press the outer, the heel of the hand down, and then lift the inner upper arms. It's like pincher, it's the same action. Can you roll to the inner elbow to get the inner upper arms to lift you, to palpably, literally lift those shoulders up, and then keep on going and take the lift all the way up. And if you wait for a while, we'll come in and fill in the middle bit. But if you lift your inner heels and pull from the top, and then press the center of the forearm down, get the two opposite ends of the pose. And then you can go in and fill in the details. For instance, if you're throwing your thighs forward and every time I look at every time I say that, I seem to be looking at David. Yeah, so they got to come forward a little more. That's it. So you're not pushing the thigh bone into the thigh muscle. You're not pressing the bone forward, but you're moving the muscle back and the skin back onto the bone. And then that's great. And now lifting the inner knees, roll the inner knees back, go on internally rotating. That's it. And then I don't want to push you over, but I'm just going to tell you where that's now above your shoulders. So lift with the calves, make that the main place that you're lifting with if there's a tendency to throw the legs back. Keep those outer hips lifting again so that you can get a control of the tailbone, which is more relevant for women who we have bigger pelvises, a little harder to get those tailbones in. But it doesn't hurt for the guys either, though, to lift the side hips. And then allow the back brain to go down, to look towards the floor, and the front brain to look up towards your feet. And inner ankles taller than outer ankles. Lift those inner ankles, bring the intelligence into the feet. Okay, let's turn Parshvasthasana. You've done 5 minutes. Turn to the right. Cut, as you turn to the right, cut your right shoulder blade in so the breast tissue doesn't get shrunken up as you turn. And remember to bring your legs with you. Some of you have left your legs behind. Bring them, as you turn, bring your legs over so you understand a better understanding of where the midline is. Okay, and then come back to the center, lift both shoulders, correct the inner knees, cut the inner knees back, and now turn to the left. And as you turn, be very sharp with that left shoulder blade. Push the forearm down, press your left forearm down. So that gives you more leverage into that shoulder blade. And then you're going to, if I look at you from here, I'm watching you slowly hide your left leg behind your right leg as you rotate. And then come back to the center and lift the inner thighs, lift from the inner thighs. And so pull those inner ankles up. And then bring your right leg halfway down. Don't let me stop you if you want to go further than halfway down. Lift the outer right hip as the leg comes forward and down. Now you've got to get more weight into those outer wrist bones in order to, you need your upper back seriously for the variation. So outer wrist down, skin of the dorsal, of the cervical spine up, pull that skin up, and then bring the leg back. We're kind of skipping through it, and now bring the left leg forward and down. I have a distinct memory of holding these things back in England years ago, timing ourselves 1 minute each variation. Roll the outer left hip up as the leg comes forward. So the outer left hip does not hit the side waist. And then come up, bring your legs together, pull the shoulders in and up, broaden the shoulder blades, turn your right leg out to the side. And as you bring that diagonally down, but more to the side, that's not permission to bring it too far forward, but it's a diagonal. But see if you can take it out to having said that, take it out to the side. And are you throwing the weight into your left hip? So you might have to press your left forearm down a lot more. And will you bring your right waist forward? Bring the right waist forward as the leg comes down, and then come up and lift, get yourself back to a sort of a symmetrical pose. Then turn your left leg out to the side, bring your left leg down, and bring your left waist forward. Push into the left arm so that you're into the left forearm, so that corrected a lot of things when you did that. And then come up and bring your legs together. Then bring your left leg forward, your right leg back, and swing the left leg, you sort of scoop it down and around, go around into like a mandala, because we're going to think of mandalas a bit later on in the class. So swooping around, back leg's got to be strong and lower. Can you take the back leg a little lower and then come around and up, come back to the center and lift. Then bring your right leg forward and swoop it down as it comes around. It sort of scoops down and then comes back up as you turn it. Take the back leg, lower and lower the back leg. So reach with your back leg, pull that left shoulder blade deep into the body so the left breast doesn't get squished as you turn, and then come back to the center. And lift the legs, push the forearms, and come down. So come down, the legs straight if you can, or bent. And then Adho Mukha Virasana. That was like 9 minutes. Okay. All right, then come on up. And I think we can get a chair each and warm up a bit and climb through a chair at this point, although she didn't, that wasn't part of it. In the class, we went straight for dropping back. I mean, that we did, oh, no, we did Ostrassen, which we'll do.
Yeah.
We did Ostrassen a lot, actually, yeah. And then it was, you know, kind of wild. All right, but anyway, let's go through the chair, and which might be useful later on anyway. And if you have a long spine, then you might need to make your chair a little taller. Give it a little bit more of a curve. And step through. You must have a bad chair.
It's like an ice skating rink over here.
Yeah. And then bring your hands. I wasn't going to do anything particularly fancy. Just take the hands through just to get ourselves warmed up. There was and then straighten your legs and press your feet into the wall as much as the sole of the foot into the wall. There was one morning in Pune in this this intensive where we had 2 classes back to back, and which was unusual. But I don't know if you remember this story, but there was 2 classes in one morning, and they were both restorative because it had gotten to the restorative end of the thing. And so you had 2 restorative taught by 2 different teachers. I think one was Prashant.
That's Thursdays.
Yeah, and it was, and I hadn't slept that great. That I was a bit groggy. I was a bit short of sleep, I remember. And we did this twice in one morning in both classes. We did back bend through a chair, and we held it because it seemed like we'd held it for 10 minutes each one. And I was like, and it was very interesting to see the effect on someone who's hasn't slept that great on 2 chair back bends. Just that was it wasn't anything, you know, there weren't any particular instructions of that. How good I felt after, how much I was totally revived. That was it. I was like, I wasn't falling asleep. I was like brought back to life. So I remember that sensation. So push the feet into the wall, pull the toes away from the wall, press the base of the big toe mound into the wall. So that's the inner leg reaching towards the foot and towards the wall, because the inner legs, those muscles tend to shrink. And now, once you've established the big toe mound pressing, then what happened to the ring toe mound? Go across, press that. And these are things that I've picked up over years. It's not, I don't know what instructions we didn't do this actually, chair back bend. We did do it, but not in this particular class. But I'm saying I can't help it. I'm just teaching the way I teach. And press your thighs down, push the thighs to the floor, push the calves to the floor as you go on reaching. And the more action you can get, the more activity you can get through those legs, the more of a sort of rehydration happens in the pelvis. So we tend to get dehydrated, and this rehydrates, and like nothing else, because you've got so much support, you're You know, there's all the support. It's just the action now on its own. If you turn your arms out, then you're opening your collarbones, because sometimes the effort of things rolls the collarbone, the shoulders come close to each other. So see what you're doing. Just watch what you're doing with those collarbones. And go on pushing the wall away. And as you hold onto the chair, the further down you can hold the chair, the more you can wrap yourself around the front of the chair. The occasional long exhalation does not hurt. When you're doing a back bend like this, you can send a breath down towards your feet. Knees are active, tailbones active. Toes are active. Just keep that strong leg action going. It's like a standing pose, leg action. So the backs of the knees are opening. The knees are coming into the legs. Flexing your toes towards you. So there's a lot of intelligence. We're waking up in the feet in every pose, really. I'm going to keep this going for a little bit longer, just a bit longer. All right. And then to come up, bend your legs, bring your hips back into the chair, slide back, bring your head closer to the floor. You can just wrap your head around, hold bring your hands inside again, and then coil your, this is from Gita, from something else, but coil your head underneath before you come up. So you take the chin back. And okay, and then up you come. Sit back in your seat. And we're just going to release the spine, which is okay to do between back bends. So turn to the right. Press your inner right knee forward. Look at your knees. They've got to be parallel. That's your fixed intelligence in your knees and your pelvis. And release and come around to the other side. Turn to the left. Press the inner left knee forward. So you're not just pivoting around on your hips. And release and come on out of that. All right. So let's put the chairs away. And we're going to do some Ustrasana now. And put your mat. We did the first Ustrasana at the wall. You know what? I happen to know where there's a light on yoga because I just donated one. And I want to show you the Ustrasana picture. Oh, okay. And I'm not sure at what point we looked at, I think Prashant had us look at this, or someone had us look at Ustrasana. Okay, you find it. Okay, all right. So mats against the wall. And you can have them whatever works for you. But what she had us doing, now I don't remember it, but I had a drawing, and and the thing is that their bolsters are very squishy. So these are a bit big. Theirs are very flat, you know. But she had us, as far as I can remember, with the bolster. I don't know if you remember this, Tori.
Yeah, I remember.
She had the,
elbows are pinched back.
she had the bolster there.
That is, their knees up on it.
Yeah, at both.
Yeah.
She had this, and then I think she had the other group because there's only limited wall space. So she had the first Strassen. Hope you're not waiting for a fantastic Strassen here. But the idea is that you're supposed to be able to roll in. So I'm going to have to come back in order to.
Roll in out.
Well, I think you're supposed to
When you say in, you mean towards.
Yeah.
or towards each
towards the wall.
Oh, what's it?
Everything. The pelvis. Now this is Gita's middle buttocks forward. I mean, tell me if there's more information I'm missing here, Tori, about this, but we didn't have anything under the shins, but we were, I think, you tell me what you think. Okay, now, right, so then we looked at his, and he is bending at the waist. He's like, we've got to do this, and we got to do this, and we got to do that. And he just goes straight back. And it opened up my pose. It gave me permission. You see what that was, it was straight back. Now, you know, it's a fabulous pose, and that's lifted and open, and you've got space. But
I mean, I think for me, I just
Okay.
have to see how he's so far forward with his pelvis and bending
Yes.
back at his
Yeah.
waist. So
yeah,
so you can't just bend at your waist if your buttocks aren't. I think that's why we coil up so much, because we have to make room to bring that pelvis forward.
right. So if I roll forward,
Mhm.
but then I'm giving myself permission
Mhm.
to
Bend.
bend, and it's like, and then I got deeper and deeper. I had more fun with it because I mean, because I don't
We're
know.
extending, I mean, what I remember her pointing out, I remember Abhijata pointing out Guruji's back bends and just how elongated his back looks, you know,
Yeah,
that it's extended. Yeah.
yeah,
But I mean, I think it's so much his sacrum and tailbone are deep in
yeah,
and his diaphragm so soft and
Yeah.
spread that this is possible,
right.
because otherwise then people are just gonna drop in there.
Or we get
Yeah.
kind of paralyzed
Yeah.
with so many, it just gave me permission because otherwise we're
I mean, I think we even looked at like Rishikasana.
yeah,
I was gonna say, that's like drop back.
we're going to do some drop backs in a minute. Yeah. All right, so let's,
That if there's no lumbar issues.
yes, of course. Yes, of course. So
The knee up.
kneel down
Knee high.
at the
You
wall.
want us to stand our knees on there first and then do the second?
No, you don't put your knees on it.
Okay.
No, knees on the floor. Squish that into make it squished, right? And then, okay. I like the way you did that. And then curve back.
But maybe there was limited wall space, so I don't.
I had a picture of some of us doing it out there with the knees on the bolster.
That's
So
what I did.
we'll do that. And
Yeah.
I think that was because we had two groups as
Yeah.
usual. So we'll do that as well. So curve yourself back. And I'm just saying, go for it. I mean, what I got out of it was, let's just do it, you know. And then and really, the fact that what Tori said was, he's bending at the waist, but he's pressing his sacrum forward. So if you get down into your pose and now push the middle buttocks forward a lot, And in Light on Yoga, he's got his hands further down on his feet now because he's got that arch coming. That's it. There you go. But yeah, but right. So it's half a dozen of one and 6 of the other. Then it's some of that, and take the hands. Sometimes I think we just got to go for it and don't get too, hung up with the details. Just bring your hands, do what you just did. So now he's got his hands on his feet, and now keep them on the feet, and right, and then move forward. So we don't.
Part of, bit of what the message they were giving us was that we just have to go for it.
Yes, we have to. That's what I got.
One of the things they were saying is that
Yeah.
for every pose, we talked about this last time. It should only take 2 or 3 poses to get to the final pose.
Yes.
Whatever the final pose is.
Yeah.
Whether it's Hanumanasana or Urdhva
Yes.
Just 2 or 3 poses
Yes.
to get there.
Yeah.
Thinking about that a lot this month.
Yeah.
since I was-
Yeah.
And I noticed that.
That's it, Tori. That's beautiful.
Of the teachers I've taken, Ryan's like that. His
Yeah,
class, yeah, he
yeah.
just does very few poses and you're getting in him the
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Yeah. He's more into,
That kind of
that's right. That kind of thing. Not too much. That's great.
preparation.
Yeah. Not too much prep. Let's do one more of these. Lean in until you squash the bolstone, right? And then go for the final, go for it. I know, Susan, I understand. Bring your hands down onto which you may have been not doing because you may have been worrying that you weren't doing this and you weren't doing that, right? Now, press the hands, now bring everything back. And I've got a memory of Gita and some German guy that she was doing that with. And even that's good, Dimitri. So you still got your hands down. Yeah. I'm a bit on a slippery floor here, but okay, let's do that. Hey, there's the foot in the, this is better than that.
Bobby, your outer hip construction is working well here too.
Yeah.
Probably
Oh, the outer hips lifting. Yes.
hips.
Yeah.
In this position.
Because it helped
bring
because
down, bring
this
that
is
tailbone
not,
in.
yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
Because you were saying it. In the other
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. See you, Mimi. Good. Yeah. Now, bring your hands. Don't worry too much about everything else. Bring your hands another half an inch down onto your feet. That's it.
Down.
Or even an inch. All right.
In the center of the room, because there was a room at the wall.
Yeah.
We did like Pinchamayrasan, the knees were up.
Right.
And
Show. Yeah. Oh God, she said. So that throws you, that changes the weight. Right. Oh, she means when the elbows were up. Right.
it's, I mean,
Right.
for me, it's like lifting the elbows. and
Yeah.
Pinchamayurasana.
Can I come here, Susan? That's right. I wondered what you meant because I was trying to think, Pinchamayrasan. But now I
It's the same
understand.
principle.
Yes, it's the same principle.
It's the
It
same.
changes the.
So if,
I get
in
cramp.
Pincha, we're doing it to open up through the armpit, and
Right.
here, it's to open up the
Right.
hip flexors.
It's much taller.
Eh.
Nice.
Oh.
You put the penis on the wall.
Oh.
You just-
I don't have a too big.
It was like, it was this close.
No, really? All right, I'll do it again.
Stephanie put up one of the workshops, I don't remember which one, how the cube is, the thighs have to.
Oh,
be
yeah.
clean.
Oh, I'll never forget that.
The thighs have to what?
The cubist, she just kept telling us over and over, in every pose, the cubist had to come ahead of the thigh.
Oh,
Which is this,
Oh.
Even in Shrishasana.
oh, right.
and that is, right, it's like still stands.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, back things are so good. Like fixing our ailments,
Oh.
I feel like.
fixing our ailments. Oh, it touched.
Yeah.
Okay. Did everyone get to do that one? Yes. Yeah, that's it. Good. If you sit on a mat, you don't go sliding off. Yeah. If you're going to put your foot in his back. It's great. Keep going, Mimi. Good. Right. So that gives you, now you've got that lift. Now I didn't understand this, or I didn't remember it. And now I understand it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice curve. It's a nice round wheel shape. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like this better than previous.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what she did next,
That's good.
she just literally had us like, she put us in two groups. We're going to use chairs to begin with. Well, she put us in two groups to be dropped back from Shirsasana. And one group was if you need help. And the other group is if you don't need help. And I went into, I don't know. Because I put myself in that, I think I might need help. And then I slowly got myself back over into the I don't, and then I was in the I don't need help. So we are going to begin, so we understand the movement by dropping back onto the wall and then walking down onto a chair and flipping over. We're going to start like that. And that may be what we, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Well, I'll show you. So here, so if we put the bolsters away, we put a chair on the mat. So leave your mats there. And then a sticky mat for your headstand. And great. And the thing is how far away, you have to figure out how far away you need to be for this to work. That might be a bit close, I don't know. There, I can feel that. But that, well, it works for that. But then if I want to come, okay, I'm going to come a little way. So yeah, yeah. Well, if I want to go, well, what we used to do, it was if we put a bolster on the chair seat. It used to be old-fashioned telephone books, yeah. But now, we'll see. Okay, so we'll start by, because what we're meant to be doing is learning how to come over and how to do that. So if you're too close, you can't really do that. And then if we walk ourselves down, I have to start the first one with one leg. Sorry about that. So is that where I was? I was there, right? Okay, so then I need to be further away then. once you've figured out where you are in space. So it needs to be leaning against the chair, sort of, right.
Okay, let's put foam blocks on there.
Okay,
If that's what you think, let's put 4 foam blocks
instead of the bolster.
instead of the
Okay.
bolster. So.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's a good, okay.
Because it's also closer to the walls.
Yes, yes, yes. This is where I'm getting cramped. I think I might have to. Okay, so if I did a few, the objective would be if I can walk down and come up, can I hop back up and hit that? You know, so you've got to find out where you're, you know, where you are. No. So if you're, you know, just start by getting onto the wall, then walk down and take it step by step. This is. We could go and steal some. And you remember that you, and I hear Mary Dunn here. I'll show on Mimi because she's mid-thing. Remember that if you go up into Shirsasana like that, then you've got a Shirsasana lift here, because we know we've got to keep that moving in for a good Shirsasana. So it's a straight, we're looking to get that in, flat. Yeah. Now, if you're going to drop back, don't be so strict about that, but let it go forward and then come back onto the wall. Right. So let yourself go into a wheel, and then you come over from here. Okay. Well, come, yeah. So that the legs trail. Now go back, right? So you're coming forward from the pelvis, and the legs trail. Now go forward over. Go. Oh, she's going. Then go down. Now hop up. Keep going. Yay. Okay. And then let yourself go forward. So there you are. Okay. So it's the pelvis that has to lead the legs. There's a bit of a bounce, but it's really coming from there. And let the body, don't try and keep it like a headstand back. Let it move. Okay. You need to stop. That's it. It's when you're making the wheel, which is, we don't use that word much in this system, but when you're coming up, then you come back to straight.
Yeah, look down, yes, yes,
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah.
where the arch is coming from your neck. There you go. Ah.
Yeah.
Smoother.
Okay. So you've got to find out where your edge is first. David had a good idea of putting the holding a sticky mat piece behind the chair back, so it doesn't keep, yeah, it doesn't rock. We don't know how many of those pieces, I think that would, but anyway, yeah.
That's it, maybe. Maybe further, which was the last.
Dimitri.
When you go deeper. No, yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
If this is only showing one thing, does that mean they can't hear me? We're not recording. If there's only one, that's recording. If there's only one light,
You checked that, Rachel?
Yeah, the meter kept going.
so we're okay.
And then,
Good, David. Yeah. So it's getting that feeling of kind of confidence and understanding what the body needs to do. And then walking down and see if you can do it, because we're learning to drop back to the floor. So, yeah. Good. Yeah. Good. And over. Both legs, Tori. Otherwise, you end up sort of jarring the sacrum a bit. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
out of my face.
All right.
I got distracted. Something probably.
Okay.
probably dust from the
I
fan.
don't know what it is. It's like a giant white chunk.
You just have a little go here. Can't resist.
You get a little bit more.
Did you know, at the beginning, when we were working with those tacks, with those black tacks, remember we felt them on, we do back bends before? So what the heart extension was there?
Oh, yeah.
Wonder if I did that.
Well, that's a good idea.
More comfort. Well, so many companies do that.
That's what I don't know is
Is
there?
So I drop into my own.
Okay. So it's that movement. So much fun. Okay. All right. Thank you. We can go back. Good, yeah. Well, then you could put another one here.
There's no way out of that.
Put another one here.
You
Put
think?
two, yeah, one at the top, one at the bottom, yeah. For these, yeah, so here. Then you've got a split, you need to put one underneath and one on top, I tell you. Right.
I bought these, I have rarely use them on occasion, and then I get blood,
And they all died.
they're all gone.
Put this buckle in the back.
Yeah.
It does tend to, yeah, you
It
know,
does have to be a little.
it tends to sort of
There we go.
squeeze the
It's going
diaphragm a
to
bit, but
attach the upper body. Yeah.
yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Good, Mimi. Go, Mimi. Yay, and. Okay,
She's got her groove on.
yeah. I think we'll, if we put a sticky mat between the wall and the chair. So hold on, let me just squish that in. Right, now it's a bit of a softer landing, right? Now, can you walk down now? So can you walk onto the bricks? And I had my feet pressed against the front edge, which gives you this leverage to even the ball of the foot I had.
I can't.
No, all right. Well, you're a bit far away, I think. You could maybe get, yeah, come in closer to the chair.
No, I won't be able to do it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Let's
Okay.
see how it-
All right, so. See if that helps Susan.
No, I don't feel it at all.
It looks good.
There are stronger, if you had a stronger one of these, it would help.
Like it's hitting you.
It's a bit bendy. So that helps? Okay, if you get a foam, buy one of these, which is a less bendy one.
Yeah, I did buy a foam one.
Yeah.
Like a real, like.
Yeah, they're much more rigid and that helps to, it's quite a nice thing to do anyway. I've forgotten about that. In things like Vera Badrasam 1, just to strap that to everybody's back, because you're supposed to be learning in Vera 1 how to keep this, how to not be bending, which is what we just told you to do in Astrasan, but never mind. But how to keep that.
The jetpack.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay, now put the chairs away and I will drop you back. And Tori can drop you back. Yeah. And Susan can drop you back. In fact, we can all drop each other back. Okay.
Nice to all work together.
Yeah.
And feel different
Yeah,
bodies.
yeah. We'll take it in turns then. Okay.
Exactly, I remember her, I always remember her showing the two blocks. For our vertebrae, do y'all remember this?
No, who you want?
Saying in back bends,
Who?
Stephanie Quirk,
Right.
where she was saying in back bends, it has to,
Oh.
you can't go like that, and see, that's what you're trying to.
That is what my
That's
back does.
spondylolisthesis.
I have these guys, that's
Yeah,
what it does.
that's what you have.
Yeah,
But it also with this is the stability in the joints. So there's two things.
So but then that probably leads to that schism
Right.
in the
Mm.
vertebrae.
Talking in the vertebrae type.
okay. So chairs away. Okay, all right. Thank you. And then we'll get a partner. And
Bobby, you want me to take you back?
yeah, yeah. And I don't think I don't know if I even managed, if I even did this, I might have done. There wasn't much time to get the niceties together like another sticky mat. But if I get away from the wall, Tori's going to drop me back. I'm in the I need help group at this point.
Yes.
And right. So what I'm doing to begin with is rolling to the inner elbow, and that gives me control of my back. Otherwise oh, nice. And then I can't push up anymore, but everyone was of my shoulders. Yeah, it gives you, because you need, in order to do that, you've got to have this firm.
Pressing your inner foot down helps you cut your outer hip in, right? You'll see the true photo. So same principle, right? Like that inner edge going down is going to help.
Yeah, help. It's like headstand. So let's get someone to, so David, I'll drop you back. And she didn't have us dropping people back. It was just, we had an Indian helper or a helper. I think they were mostly the Indian teachers. Right.
So, yeah, so I think a lot of us were on our own dropping back. There was a whole group that was getting help. But then what was also happening.
Then we were push up into Urdhva and that was it.
It might have been a regular class. That just, was part of the intensive, and they didn't do the ropes like that. Yeah, you use the rope.
Do you remember talking to this Bobby, yes, did you remember having mentioning something to somebody about learning it in Sarvangasana?
Yeah, I mean, that's where you have to learn it. You
Yeah.
have to learn it, Setu-bandha and Parshvahalasana.
And then walk over.
Yeah.
Parshvahalasana and Setu-bandha.
Oh, right. Yeah, you said that.
That's a class I did with Gita many years ago. She was teaching.
Oh,
us
see, I don't remember that
Mandala.
at all. I'm sure I did it.
She was telling us.
So we'll do some of that.
Parshvahalasana.
Learning how.
And then you're dropping back. Like she wasn't saying you do Mandalasana in Sarvangasana. She was just saying where you learn the action of walking one side to the other. She didn't have to flip over and stuff. No. She's just saying that's where you learn the action.
So okay, what I'm saying here is if you drop me back again, I can no longer push up.
Yeah.
But what if,
Do you want to help you?
yeah. I mean, and it may be impossible, because I can push up, but I have to push up, I have to be high, or I have to push again. But I'm wondering if there's a hope in hell of, so.
Okay, I'll drop her back and then you come over. We'll help her lift up. So when Bobby took David over, she just stood in front of him the whole time, but I'm kind of small, so I tend to go to the side. So that's why I go to the side. Okay.
Right.
Now, David, you take over for where I am under the buttocks on that side, and I'm gonna catch her here. Bobby, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's you I'm worried about.
How's that
No,
feel?
no,
No?
it's not the right, I'd have to, okay,
Yeah.
Ready?
Here.
right.
Turn your hands up.
Oh, thank you. You made me so happy.
Yay.
Okay. The other day I had Lindsay, who's got dementia, who's I said, Lindsay, I think I was trying to get him. Oh no, I said, what? I'm going to do I know, I made him. I said, we're going to do, I've got Mandalasana. I want you to flip me. He didn't know what. We both ended up in, no, we were just in hysterics on the floor. We just ended up, because he couldn't, and it was impossible. It was two very old people trying to do. Yeah, it was great. It was really funny. I mean, he'll help, but he can't really, anyway, shut up, Bobby. Let's do, okay, so let's go. So get into two. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So you do that, you do Dimitri, and Dimitri do you, okay?
We're just dropping back right now, not.
Just dropping back.
And push on us.
She's a bit close to the wall, but never mind. You don't, I'd come away, the walls are just,
Come down.
they have such a gravitational pull on us walls. Up you hop, right,
Right.
right.
Well,
The buttock?
On the sacrum there, right. Yay.
Wait until you feel.
Oh, good. And now he can push up though. Good, go. Oh, no, he can't quite. That's because you were pulling him that way. Do one more while he's in the mood. No, you do one, yeah.
Okay.
I thought, reach your feet down. Reach your feet down.
Yes, sorry.
Yes. Got it, thank you.
I'll do the.
Can she push up?
And then, yes, she can.
Yeah, I think goes into it.
That's it.
Lays back.
All right.
Do whatever you have ever encountered that moment. That's great. Go to the edge. Yeah.
Oh.
Yay. Lucky you, Dimitri. Do it one more. Because I think you have to,
That'd be
That-
free time.
Yeah.
Repetition is good.
yeah.
You want to switch sides?
And then you feel it here, and now you're gonna feel it get a little tighter. And that's telling you to go back. Go back. Now reach.
How does that feel where it is? It looks low to me. It looks like it should.
So that's how you're gonna feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it goes through your buttocks and your sacrum.
You can kind of hug it.
Get ready.
Okay. Keep it stable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
David, hold it closer to his body. One more.
Cool. Yeah. Nice to do that too, to move. All right. David now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Like a picture, almost.
Go the other way.
And then, yeah, so that you engage your buttocks and back buttocks.
Just a bit higher on the sacrum.
Middle.
You don't want to put it in the
There it is.
waist.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's
Yeah,
it.
you have to lift the flush.
Yay.
Fuzzy, David?
And now he can push up. Cool. Now wait. So hold his hips. He gets two for he gets like, and you go that way. We can give him a bit of that just for fun. Okay, enough. Too much fun. Go up again. Number 2. Sorry.
You want to? Yeah, or down. So did you feel how?
So not on the waist, but on the, yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Okay. And then
Right.
that's it. So he gets,
I see, yeah.
so pull him more that way.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Third one. That's it. Good.
I think it takes the tail on there.
Yes. No, you don't, yeah. And then pull up.
So let him pull more this way. That's it. So it's even. That's it.
Yeah.
Because he tends to go that way anyway. So
Lift up your tail more.
turn your toes in, David. That's it. Okay. All right. Now you're going to do one more with me, because if I'm going to drop back, I've got to get a bit more. I've got to have a bit more of this. So, okay, can you do me?
You want both?
Yeah, I want both.
You want double treat?
One more and then.
So you're going to hold my hips, Susan, or no, Demetrius, or whoever. Who's going to hold my pelvis? Okay.
But
I'm just going to move my.
let's see if I can say.
Oh, Demetrius, right.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Feet on the other side.
Hold his ankles, you liked it better, right?
Oh, this is so cool. Oh my God. Okay, thank you. I'm going to do one more of those.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What? Is what?
Was there enough support?
Yeah, there was lots. I mean, I start to collapse and I'll try and come in when I drop this time because I think I went too far. Yeah, there was lots of good support. All right, last one. I'm rolling in. Now, instead of just falling to the wall, that's better. And then, this might change my life. This might. Okay, thank you. I haven't done it for so long that it's, killer. All right, so now we're going to drop back on our own. I'm going to watch and maybe rush in with at the last minute. Okay, so okay, I'm going to give it a go. I did it in Pune. No, I'm just going to drop back. And that's as far because I can't, but, so that's a drop back. Not, no, 81, please. It happened. Someone said to me, what did you do that day? I said, I got up, did a practice, made lunch and taught yoga.
Nice.
That's what you do. Huh?
Is it Wednesday?
Yeah. And some people well, David came.
Into your class.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Huh?
Should we try on our own?
Well, I think we'll,
We can see an 81-year-old do it. Don't try on our own.
yeah, but they're too young. That's their problem. Most people. Well, look.
If you're scared, you can go to the wall or.
Well, no, the thing is, you can stay in Pune, if you needed to stay in the I need help, you stayed in it. You weren't expected to drop back if you weren't ready. So let's see how far you go. So.
You just have to get over it. I mean, you just have to do it.
Because I came down with a bit of a bang, but I did it. It was, you just have to go, well, there is dry land. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's the worst that can happen. Yeah, well, it's like dropping on the chair just now. Do you want to drop on this? Look, you've got to.
Slide you closer to the wall so that it's.
So it's wedge.
So it
Okay.
doesn't, so that doesn't slide.
All right, so let's move this to the wall.
Yeah.
And if it, right. All that's going to happen, I mean, you just have to have faith.
Well, and
You know.
your hamstrings and buttocks. I don't have.
And let this go forward. Don't hold it too firm when you're up. Let it go. When you come up, I'll show you. Come up into Shirsasana. Right, now don't hold your headstand. Go right and make a wheel. Yeah, go forward towards the other wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't even, there we are. Well, you're in the don't need help group. Go away over there. Okay. And Dimitri, let's give it a little go. You don't need any of that, just 6 of those. Okay. Do 2 more. I just didn't give you too much help. Just figuring out how much you can do on your own. David's on his.
Fine. Thank you.
Okay, good. Now he's getting it. Go, Tori. Yeah. Good. Do you want to do one with no help at all? No? Okay.
But I think mine are not going.
Come away from the wall a bit, David, because it has a gravitational pull. Oh, yeah. And nice. Okay, Dimitri's in the I don't need help group. We're getting convert and you are. Yay. And push up. Oh, we forgot to ask you to push up. You better do one more. One more. Go. Oh, you
Stand in
could.
front of you and-
Don't stop unless you're like that.
He can do it on his own,
Like that.
but he didn't push up, so he's got to do it once more.
Yeah.
One minute.
Right, now push the hands down. He can do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. That's it. All right, now, Mandalasana. You can get into the I need help group or
Well, so they had us going
Well-
from dropping back.
no, they didn't. Did they? Did they? They had us dropping back? I don't think they did. I think we just put our hands down, came up, walked around and waited.
Oh, walked around and waited.
Yeah,
Okay.
And
okay.
then he was flipping us over like rotis, right?
Oh, okay, great.
Now, I
Okay.
will, who's strong, who can flip? It was Raya, was this big, strong guy, but, okay. And I remember one of those Indian girls was helping me, Indian teachers, and she was about your height, which is not my height.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, she was the strongest thing I ever met in my,
No, we just have to do that.
no, you know what I do? Make a cross with the mats.
Oh, you just, like, we-
You- Yeah, so then you know where the parameters are. And then you can come to here. This is going to be, it's very nice being 81 because you can just say, I'm sorry, I'm 81. It's your excuse, you know. Okay,
So you come into Artish or Shasta and walk to one side.
yeah, I came into that and then walked around.
So then what they were telling us, Bobby, is how much you have to walk away. from the window.
Right, out.
Right,
From the
right,
windows.
right, right. And then bend the knee,
And then this knee has to bend.
this left leg, and then pick up the right. There you go.
Oh, God.
And then go.
Ooh,
So she did it.
yeah, and we only did that. We
Yeah.
didn't,
Just
we
did
just
one.
did. Thank you, Tori. God, you're strong. God. Okay. Oh, all right. Because otherwise I'll wake up at 4 in the morning
Yeah.
feeling weird, right?
Yeah.
I go, oh, because I only.
That was true, hold on, because it's also teaching me how to do this.
Okay, well then
So then.
I won't worry so much
Bend
then.
your back, and then flip.
Raise,
When we- And then,
there you go.
Yeah.
oh, so much
And
fun.
then come around. Then walk around.
What do you mean walk around?
What?
Keep going.
Keep on.
I don't know.
You walk
Pick up the- Pick up the right.
I don't think. Where am I? No, it's all right. But
I think yeah, I haven't figured out yet.
Okay, all right, all right. Well, it was your fault then.
Yeah.
Okay.
just blame it on me.
All right, Tori.
Let's try.
Haven't done this for a while.
You're decades ago.
Yeah. Right now.
They were trying to- Then that,
Keep going, not far, keep going.
oh God, no, I feel it.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That's it. That's it. It's right there. Little hand,
And then keep walking. Well done. Okay. Now, okay, we didn't do this, but we'll have her keep walking. She only took us.
No, I'm gonna try it. I think
Okay, go on
I
then.
think maybe on the center, like,
Oh, okay.
Now you're there. Okay.
Great.
Yay, good. Do it one more time, Tori.
I'll go to this side.
Yeah. And so this is the side, you need help with this one? Or you can go.
I don't know, I just did. I mean,
Okay,
it's
give it a try. I'm here to,
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, you got it.
you got it.
Oh, this way.
Okay,
not
and then
funny.
keep going.
It does make you wanna just like
Mm,
be in this ricotta for a minute.
mm. Okay,
Yeah.
and this is the one, she can do this one.
Now with this.
Oh, God.
You were staying on more than center.
Yeah, it was.
And now to go back.
Yeah. Then I'll have to go back. Maybe help us.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It was me.
Yeah, okay. It's not me, it's you. See him, I didn't see him do it. Did you do it?
He
you do
did the last bit on his own, yeah,
Oh, good.
but it's the walking away that gets you lower. Because when you're high up in the high pitches, you can't get that level.
Yeah, right.
It's about it. Right? Yeah.
I used to just scamper,
I know.
you know, but you stop, the thing is you actually got to keep doing it. You,
Use it or lose it. kind
yeah,
of,
that's
you
right.
know, the different voices.
Yeah. Some things you have to leave. I mean, for you know,
Yeah, yeah.
like there are things I can't do because of my wrist, but some things. See, we've got to make sure we. So,
Then what?
I think we did Bharatvajasan. I'm not sure. Or I might have, this was another sequence that I wrote for another class. But I definitely know we did that
Mm-hmm.
at the end. Because that's from my original
Oh,
notes.
right, right.
I think what we will put in is that we'll just bend the knee over and
But we did, I think you're right, we did Bharatvajasan.
we did.
Yep, and then we did
Did we?
Ardha Matsyendrasana.
All
for
right.
Sure we did.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna, okay, everyone, Bharatvajasan. Did everyone? Oh, come on, Mimi. Okay, okay, go. I'm gonna watch this then. All right, finish off.
Which way?
Yeah, we're gonna get lots of help.
Ready.
You have to walk around, walk right to the mat. And then far away, and your foot is actually beyond the mat.
Nice, David.
There you go.
Then
Wanna
you
try?
bend.
Wanna try on your own? Oh, wait, wait.
I think it's, you're gonna be in this way. Oh, this way back.
There you go.
And now, which way do I walk? I don't know. But tell me something.
Good.
Keep going. Keep, you go towards me, keep coming.
Out,
Keep coming.
way, like toward the
Keep
edge.
coming.
Yeah. You get what I gotta do.
No,
You're going to,
Okay, now flip.
yeah,
Yeah.
good. A little unorthodox, but.
Now we did for us.
Now it's one part of shape.
I know, it's gonna be even.
So what are you? Yeah, so you start Ardha Shirshasana. And then.
Oh, you just
start there. Oh,
Yeah.
then you don't have to go back first. See, then kids walk out further.
Oh,
And
yes, yes, yes.
Then the back leg. Okay, I'm gonna try. And. Yeah. So. Good. Now I've been this leg. Walk further out, maybe walk further
There
away.
you go.
Keep your elbows down. And now bend this leg, yes, and this one comes over. So make sure you pulse this hip under. No, don't lift the knee. She's too high. Yeah, you're lifting. I mean, I can't. Okay, come out. Come on. Yeah, you come down.
All right, Bharatvajasan 3.
Okay, yeah, I do. But
Bharatvajasan 3, because we've got 15 minutes to cool
yeah.
down. So
Or I'm
sit,
sorry.
Bharatvajasan 3, which is sit, it just means bringing the arm around, isn't it? Is that Bharavajasana 3?
It's 1 and 2.
Was it? It was just 1 and 2? Why did I put,
What part is 1 with clasp?
so we did that. Well, we'll do Bharavajasana. So we'll sit, because then we're going to do, we'll do that. Okay? No, I think we're just going to do Bharavajasana. Yeah. I didn't use my original notes. So we're just going to turn, fold your legs to the left and turn to the right. That's it. And press down and lift up and press that left hip down so that that doesn't come up. That stays grounded and everything else goes up and release. Okay. Come around to the second side. Fold your legs the other way. If you want to put something under your hip. Okay. And then come around. Spin around. You can just find any point of the body that needs sort of stretching and moving and turning. And release. Then I think it was Ardha Matsyendrasana, which is sitting on your heel, sitting in the arch of your foot. And because we're going to turn to the, well, if I do it the other way, we're going to turn to the right. So sit on your left foot, bring your right foot over and come around. Push the inner edge of your right heel down. Open the palm. Let the sit bone drop into the arch of the foot. Lift from the sides of the navel. Take your right shoulder back and release. And second side. The outer edge, it's meant to be the outer edge of the right foot with the little toe tucked under. That's like a block. Just don't break your little toe. But find the cutting edge of the outer edge. Bring this in. And as you turn to the left, you press the inner edge of the left heel. And you've got that wedging action. Slide the arm down. We did a whole class of twists with Raya, didn't we? And lift and turn and release. And then lie on your back and bend your right knee and hug your right knee. So you could keep the left leg bent. Bend your right knee up over your chest and then slide the left leg down. Roll the outer right hip away from you. Pick up and slide the shoulders down the back, down along the floor, be on the base of your skull. And release. And second side. Stretch once you've got your knee bent, your left leg bent, now slide the right leg away from you and move the left inner groin forward, the left sit bone forward as the knee comes towards you. I don't know if I've got the right word. Away from you, move it away from you as the knee comes towards you. And now bend both knees, hug your shins. Hug them close. So your thighs touching your side ribs. Wait there.
You know what that last touching? Front ribs or side ribs?
The what?
Do you mean side ribs?
Hug them in so your thighs,
Nice.
yeah. So you get lots of length in your lumbar spine. If in case anything got contracted, during the back bends. Now lengthen and release. Turn to your side, come on up, and then get a bolster. And this is where, these are the drawings I made like 5 minutes later in the cafe with Kyoko. Yeah, it's a bolster halasana.
Oh.
But anyone who's strong enough pushes up,
Oh.
which is not me,
To.
just pushes back up the down. Well, you could do Adho Mukha Svanasana.
Oh.
But so yeah, chakrasana. So but we're going to hold this for a bit. So maybe I should turn it. Okay. So you bring your head down and roll into that. And come onto your bolster and wait there. That's one of their favorite instructions in Pune, wait there. Make sure the head is drawn away. Come right up onto your bolster and lengthen the neck and lift your thighs. Lift the inner thighs in particular. Open the backs of the knees to the ceiling. Lift the sit bones to the ceiling. Look at your hips. Are you working both legs the same, both sit bones the same height? What's going on with the pelvic floor? So pull the pelvis up both sides evenly, even bring your thumbs into the hips and pull the thighs up evenly. So you've got a straight line from hip across to hip, then maintain that. So it may mean you've got to pull both legs in evenly and stretch both legs out evenly into the heels. Throat soft. Tongue relaxed, eyes quiet, inner spine lifted. Now I'm going to give you the instruction. Press your hands down and roll back. Bend your arms, press your hand. No, 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 no. Okay, we're going to have to watch Tori to do this. And Susan. Okay, watch Dimitri.
Yeah.
That's what you were meant to do. Do it again.
So,
No, you didn't do it.
no, I said, what's the matrix? So I'm coming.
Oh. Okay, because you
Wait,
rolled, you rolled out. You're meant to do that.
So now to look.
Watch. Yeah, you came out to look, I understand.
Come out. All right. Do it one more time.
Just when you thought you were cooling down. Yay, that's it, David. And there. So you go back into it.
I can't push up.
Nor can I.
I don't think I can.
Okay, we're going to have to help you then. Here comes Dimitri. Yeah. Okay, and do
It's strength.
It's great. It's
you want me to pull you up?
It's not.
All right.
It's just straight.
It's
It's organization and it's about leverage, about where you put your hands. So I didn't put my hands straight. Just watch me do it. I didn't put my hands straight. See how I turn my hand? Oh.
oh.
There's a little,
You get your shoulder blades down.
Oh,
so then I can turn my hands. So if that works for me, because if I just put my hands like dog pose, it's harder. It's harder for me
let's
to
see if
get
she
up.
can do it.
You have to be able to do push-ups anyway. So now maybe let your.
Don't need-
Now, from here, I really
Don't-
can't do it, you know what I mean? Don't go to a headstand, pull your chin toward your chest, yeah. Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to go halfway and see if I could.
Yeah,
push
she
up
was-
All there, like I already from there, I couldn't, it's your arms and your legs, so pull your legs back. Yeah.
Go.
Yes. So your legs pull you back. Now go down. And then your legs pull you back up. And then, so it's not just the push of your hand, because it's only the push of your hand, it's gonna be really heavy. You go.
Okay, all right, Shavasana.
Let's go in one, this one.
You could put the bolster on your thighs, is where we had them in. We pile them up on top of your thighs. Unless the last instruction I heard, I don't know whether it was Clennell or somewhere else, is put the bolster on top of your thighs unless you have a knee problem. If you have a knee problem, put them under your knees.
Yeah.
Because this relaxes the abdomen. It's very nice to have it on top of the thigh. Roll your shoulders back, move the buttock flesh forward. You can hold the mat, sides of the mat, and slide yourself. Actually, you might have to bend your knees to do this. So bend your knees and hold the sides of the mat. Now drag yourself back so you lose your yoga pants at the back. They slide off as you scrape along the floor. And then you can put your bolster back, stretch your legs out. Especially nice to do that after back bends. Turn the skin of the upper arms under, relax your fingers. Relax your tongue. Allow the eyebrows to move away from the hairline. Which means you'll have to get yourself right onto the base of the skull for that to happen. And now just give yourself over to the gravitational pull. So you're not doing the pose, it's doing you. In fact, gravity is doing the pose. Let gravity hold you. Surrender to that divine force. There's nothing left to do. And now just take a slightly deeper in-breath in order to facilitate a long, slow, soft, deep exhalation. Quiet the brain with the exhalation. And then normal inhale, normal exhale. And then bend your legs one at a time, move the bolster off. Bend your arms, roll over onto your right side. Now you're still in Shavasana, you're just on your right ear. You have to kind of reorganize for a different position, but still in Shavasana. And then come up, press your left hand down, bring your head last. Thanks for coming. That was fun. Mhm. This was only showing one the whole time. I don't know if it's. Oh, okay, good.
And we don't, we're supposed to turn those off.
It's what? What?
We turn them off now.
Yeah,
Now you
Yes.
just hold it until it's not showing that bar on the back.